Hey everyone, welcome to my 23rd update of my Aqueon 54 corner tank. And right now I am starting this video off with a new addition I have in this tank since my last update. Really haven't checked my old update to see what has changed, but I'll just give you some additions that I have and maybe a couple fish that are no longer in the tank since the last update. So right now you're looking at the newly described cherry wrasse or Magma wrasse from the Philippines. It's newly discovered about 80 feet in the Philippines, roughly by a, from my understanding, a volcano in the underwater. And as you can see the little black top of his head, it's awesome because he does flash a lot. His half of his body turns like a little white. He does get deeper color in red, but if you see that little black area by his head, actually it comes out a little bit when he flashes. Very unique in the wrasse world because I never really seen that happen before. That an extra part comes out a little bit, like a bump, which is very unique when he flashes. And he does flash a lot, especially when he gets hungry or excited, but right now he's just subdued colors or just relaxed colors, nothing really, sorry about the focus, but he's really gets a dark red and his tail gets really like yellow. So you know, he doesn't look as pretty right now. I mean, he is pretty, but that's just he looks really spectacular when he gets when he decides to change his colors. And another fish that's new, he's a little more skittish, which he's also not showing his colors, is the sailfin blenny. Not blenny, the sailfin wrasse. This wrasse is also from the Philippines, newly discovered this year. He has a blue, gorgeous throat on there, and his white belly turns yellow, and his colors on his fins are gorgeous as well. But right now he's again relaxed, not excited, so you don't really see it. So they don't look as spectacular, just look like a regular red wrasse or a red fairy wrasse. But if you could see a little tinge of his throat, it's an awesome display. And if you look him up online, you can see a get him in focus though. You just see the coloration of these fish. He's cool, also newly discovered. Again, my candy basslet over there and my yellow bar hogfish doing very well. The gorgonians in my tank doing very spectacular, growing. I actually trimmed a couple back, gave a couple pieces to my cousin. I trimmed it back this red one that just constantly grows, and one of my favorite NPSs. This is a Australian leather, or I forgot the particular name for it, but it's from Australia. It's real more than rare leather corals or soft corals. Crown, I think it's called, the crown leather, and it has bright, I can see bright green polyps. Very awesome. And now in the background you can see here is a Mitridis, if I pronounce it right, butterfly fish. The female clownfish doesn't like that fish getting glued too close to her eggs, so she definitely lets them know, and they squabble once in a while. But outside of that, the tank's doing very well. Unfortunately, I lost my blue stripe pipefish male this time, so I have no more blue stripe pipefish. I believe it pretty much happened after I introduced a pair of Jan's pipefish, because they're very rare to get your hands on it, and I found a pair and I got it and just wasn't thinking about the similar shape. And what happened is there's obviously another male in there, and the male pipefish went after him, and the Jan's pipefish passed away because of the stress, and then a few days later the male pipefish passed away. So I'm thinking it's because of the stress, even though the blue striped pipefish was the aggressor and the other pipefish was more of trying to move away from him. I think just the stress might have killed him. I'm not too sure, but it was eating and everything else, so it's really hard to tell but it was some mistake on my end, trying to mix in another pipefish, thinking because it's skinnier and longer that it'll work out. But again, any fish that's similar color and size, even though it might not be in the same species, can trigger a fish being too territorial, especially if it's on the more aggressive side. But generally the pipefish are very relaxed as a fish, and they don't really bother anything. So again, it's unfortunate, but hopefully I can find another pair, which has been rough because I've been looking for a female for him ever since the female passed for about over a year now. So I mean, I could probably get one online, but it's not a guarantee I could get a male female, and not too many people who are shipping these fish will take the time to try to decipher a male and a female. So I've been trying to wait for my fish stores to get it, and every time they had it on the list, it just never shipped. So it doesn't look like they got their hands on it right now, but hopefully I could get my hands eventually on it. The scooter blennies are doing very good. Again, they're doing their courting ritual at night, or when the tunics are on. The blue clam is doing good. I had another clam here, 3 clams at one point, but I gave one to my cousin, and also I moved the other clam over here. I have my circus gobies. They're mating, and they actually have eggs. I can see here, there's the female. Let me see if I could get a flashlight to show the new batch of eggs. It's right there. Let me see. It's hard to focus on holding a flashlight, and let me see if I could get this to zoom in a little quick. But she's definitely protecting her eggs and chasing any fish away. She's covering her eggs right now, but if she, right by her fin to the right, or actually your left, hopefully she moved, but she definitely very protective of the little egg sac there, and will chase any fish away. She has no problem whatsoever. Even if the eel moves around in this area, it will defend its spot, and the eel, very passive. Oh, there it is. You can see the eggs right there. This is the second batch. I seen them actually after the first batch hatched at night, probably when I'm sleeping. You can see the little eggs there. I don't know, it's hard to get the flashlight because it's under a cave and zooming in. That's not going to work. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's too tough. So sorry about the focus, but if you have a little glimpse of it, you can see it right there. You can see the eggs right there. So that's doing very well, and there's the female ruby red moving in the background. I also have a blue spot watchman goby, which is beautiful, nice, colorful, but he's high in a cave, and it's hard angle from this tank view to see it. The tube anemone is doing very well as usual, and I did get another watchman goby that's rare from the Philippines. It's called a white margin. Along with, I have a black cap goby, but that's a very cool. The white margin shrimp goby looks similar to the white cap, but definitely looks like more of the typical watchman goby face and everything, where the black cap is obviously a little different altogether. So I moved some rock around. I made more room. I took some rock out just to free things up. I got here is a corky gorgonian. It's photosynthetic, so that's the new addition there too. My rose bubble tip anemone, I actually have 2. This is the bigger one, and you see it to the right side is the other one. So this one looks very, very awesome in the tunics. There's the male ruby red right there. Just hanging out and having a good time. Cocoa worm, my Tyree toadstool doing very well. I bought some zoanthids, just giving it a test to see how it interacts with my tank before I get into the higher end zoanthids. And this is, I think, the fire and ice one. Sorry about the focus, gotta do it manually. But It looks better with the 10x on, but again, these cameras don't do as well when you have the blue light on to see anything. So candy basset's doing very well. Swims around. And there's the Magma wrasse all over the tank. The sailfin wrasse is more skittish. He will get spooked very quickly, but he does come out. He likes this corner and this rock. But he's again, when I first got him, he was colorful. Now he's just relaxed. Even his fins are awesome. But yeah, one of the newer wrasse. I couldn't pass up the deal on him too as well. Got him like maybe a quarter of the price that you normally see these at. So it was a super sale, so I grabbed one in the middle of a snowstorm. So fish are doing well, and that's pretty much it. I had nothing really else going on in this tank. My blue assessor that was in this tank, I actually gave him to my cousin just to free up some room for the other fish. Didn't want to overcrowd the tank way too much, and trying to keep the squabbles of anything down. The only squabble really again was the really the butterfly fish with the clowns, only because if the butterfly fish gets too close to the eggs, the clownfish do not like it, and then you'll see the butterfly put up his little fin on top with his spines just to protect himself and show he's not a fish to mess with, but the clownfish don't care. So, but nothing really nasty. They just showing their defenses and showing you crossing the boundary and move away, because a butterfly fish loves to pick off the rocks and everything. This is the male circus goby. See, that's at the fence. He's trying to show somebody something. My eel's doing very well. I forgot to mention him, because don't worry, he's not stuck in a rock. That's what he likes to do. He'll come out when he wants to. He has different holes in his rock that he sticks his head out, sometimes upside down. It's weird, but very, very cool. That's the hogfish and the candy basset in the way here. So, but very, very cool, and doing good. He just ate today. Feed him one every other day. If you look at my other videos, experience-wise, again, if you want this one to keep a lid on, they're an eel. Even though they're pretty happy in the little hole to stay there most of the time, they will move at night. And if they're hungry, they'll definitely move around a lot more. And then once they're full, they'll go back to their favorite spot and pretty much hang out there all day. So, hope your tank is doing well, and post any comments, or if you have any questions, reach out to me, and when I see it, I'll try to get to you and share my experience. Again, no expert in this, but I do have a lot of changes and a lot of experience with different fish and reactions. So if I can help you out, I will. If not, then I'll give you my best advice and try to point you in the right direction. Hope your tanks are doing well again, and happy reefing.